Welcome to the party. No gossip, just saying with Jodi and Jenn.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to No Gossip, Just Saying. I'm Jenn. And today we are talking about the unexplainable. Me, God forbid, listening to Jodi and all of her nutrition coaching.
And I'm Jodi. And yeah, today we're going to talk about something that happened by accident, quite honestly. And I didn't even realize it was happening until all of a sudden, a few weeks ago, we all started going, Jenn, are we getting a little tighter, a little slender, something was happening. You were buttoning up. I was seriously buttoning up.
I was buttoning up, and I will tell you why. Because I was nutrition inspired and Judgey Judy the scale guilted into it. And
okay, we'll have to get into
explain all of those words right now.
Yeah.
So we started Body by DI, Jodi and I did. And Body by DI is about transforming, right? It's about transforming your body, your mind, your heart, your confidence, everything. And it really started out as almost like a commercial, right?
Honestly, it really did. It started out as we had so many people telling us that, you know, this place was transforming them, that we were like, we got to get a piece of this. This is really important messaging so that other people who want to be a part of this membership understand that there's truly more than just
working out.
It's not just a gym.
It's not just a gym.
It's a special place. It's an experience. So we thought, let's put together something magical that we can put together as an ad or a promotional thing so that people see how important it is and the effect that it's having on basically the whole city.
The whole city, right. Or at least the people in our community that are coming in and saying, okay, I've just been watching you guys on Instagram or Facebook, and I want to be a part of this. I want to feel as good as what I want to look.
Exactly.
You know? And so we launched this campaign, which is called Body by DI Transformations. And right off the heels of it, we said, let's take this a step further, because when you have relationships with people that you are taking classes from, that you are working with, personal trainer, whatever the relationship is, and with whoever you're working with in the studio, you build a trust blanket with them and say, okay, like I'm listening, I hear what you're saying, and I want to know more. And we had certain individuals that said, what are you guys doing after this? What can we do? And the people on our transformations journey really told us, like, we don't want to stop. What else are we going to do?
Right. And there were two elements to it, because we had the fitness component, and that was working really well. So people were coming in and they were taking all the classes. They were being successful. Some of them were losing lots of weight. Right. They were losing inches.
They're getting strength.
They were feeling amazing. Yeah. And then we started saying, okay, so you get to that point and then you kind of will hit a wall. That's normal when you're working out, right? You'll hit a wall if you're not complementing it in the kitchen, right?
Correct.
And so I took my skills as a nutrition coach and applied them as well. And it kind of came later in the game when we were doing it, because we realized it was something you needed. Yeah. And then we started meeting with people and talking about food and nutrition. And it's like, okay, well, let's make some little tweaks to what's happening in your food journey alongside this incredible fitness journey you're doing and see what happens. And a few people were like making tweaks to creamer in coffee, just changing actually eating in the morning and not skipping breakfast. Right. And they were noticing all of a sudden the metabolism ramped back up and they were back in the game again.
And they had more fuel to work out.
This was 90 days.
This was 90 days.
This was just 90 days, you guys. And so as we were going through the process and they said, we can't let go of this. We're having so much fun with it. Jenn, right out of the gate, said, we need to keep this going.
We need to keep this going. And so we built a 45-day tune-up before summer, right? We were on the heels of summer, and we put this together with a lot of comprehension. Right. I did all the movement training, one-on-one training, and did things that were extra just for these half a dozen people. And they learned, I think, as much as we learned, quite honestly, of what they want and what really is going to not only sit with them, but stay with them after this challenge is over.
Exactly. So you started with the movement coaching and then
you started with nutrition coaching.
I started with the nutrition
which was
coaching.
Really comprehensive if you think about it.
And it's funny, in the first instance, it wasn't as strong.
In the transformations, it was not as strong because we wanted it to be inclusive and about mind, body, soul, like the whole entire thing, and how this place has really changed people for the better.
Yeah.
And then come around building out a 45-day challenge, which is a little bit more guided and a little bit, more brick and mortar for a challenge nutrition and movement plan. Yeah. We had to get a little bit more serious with nutrition coaching.
Yeah. So, and we've learned a lot, right? Going through this process, but everyone got one-on-one coaching, and I convinced you to buy the body composition scale, which is what started this whole conversation in the first place, quite frankly.
We named her Judge Judy.
Yeah, her name's Judgy Judy, and I'm Judge-free Jodi. So I interpret her for you because, it gives you a lot of information that's just cold, hard facts. And so some of it is not really nice.
Well, let's start from the beginning. So being an ex-studio dancer, I had to weigh in on the scale in front of other dance people in my studio at 13 years old. You had the same story.
I went through it too.
And to think that is even something that people hopefully don't still do.
I know.
God, I hope it doesn't, but or it doesn't happen. But I had literally PTSD from that. I really do. And I hate the scale. And I know so many people out there that would agree with me, whether they've had to weigh in before or not. It's not fun to look at a number, because if it's not the number you want to see, it really can spiral you into a different place. Or if it's not the number that you think it should be, or you think that your body does look like, it's really deceiving, right?
It's awful.
It's horrible.
It is. And it did create eating disorders and other issues in people. And so being at this studio and it predominantly attracting a lot of dancers, we have to be very sensitive to the fact. So it was with care, concern, and love that we did get this device.
Yes.
And I knew that I would be able to help people interpret it in a more gentle way, so that they were getting the message delivered, so that they could put in the work to
Gentle Jodi meets the asshole
Judgy Judy.
She's just body mass index and every single thing she could ever tell you about your body, including not just only including weight. Like,
it's
crazy.
It's but really important information, like understanding where what your visceral fat is, and understanding just the breakdown of where your strengths and weaknesses are within your body composition. You want to take that as information to your benefit. Take it as a learning. Take it as an opportunity, right?
So do you remember when you were showing me this? So the studio purchased it, and you said, okay, I'm going to take this. I'm going to learn it. Jen, hop on this. And I looked at you like you had four heads.
You're like,
Nope, not doing that.
Jessie jumped on it. She's like,
Jessie jumped on it. She was fine.
Yep.
I was like, nope, I'm good. Thank you. Yep. And you just kind of looked at me like, okay, that was weird. But, and we just went on with our day. And again, there comes that PTSD, like literally from my childhood. I saw a scale and I'm like, oh God. And I own a fitness studio. I teach 11 to 13 fitness classes a week.
Yeah.
I am in the best shape of my life, and I still have these thoughts. I am a real person. Like it's so authentically real that it's painful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I didn't tell you was probably a week or two into it, into the 45-day challenge, I was here at the studio by myself, and I got on the scale, and I was pissed because, first of all, I didn't know exactly what I was reading, because of course I didn't read the directions. Shocking. And
this may surprise everyone.
Surprise. God forbid. Jen just jumps in with 2 feet and has no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes, that's me.
Yeah.
I got it and it said 23.5% body fat. Now, I will remind you, I was at my functional wellness doctor back in the end of February.
Yeah.
And she asked me to do the same thing to get on her big, huge $1 million. It's not really $1 million, but it looks like it. It's like this big, huge body plate, and you stand in, and you hold on the thing. And I have this whole printout, and it said I wasn't even 16% body fat.
Right.
So she's like, "This is exemplary. Like you should frame this. You should feel so good about yourself." So I was feeling and riding that high that I'm doing all the right things. Yeah. And then I got on this little monster, and it told me that. Oh, hell no. So it put me in a spiral.
Well, and that's That is
I am
why.
the dancer. I'm the dancer that's like, I am still that girl.
Meanwhile,
all of these years.
Both those percentages of body fat are extremely healthy for a woman. And in fact, the 15 and 16% is it's abnormal for women, quite frankly. It's a very low number. It's an abnormally low number. Men can get to that number, but that's an abnormally low number. For women, that's an extremely fit. The marathon runners.
See, I think, yep, great. That's me. Well, not really, but I mean, know, whatever.
I think the lowest I've ever been is 18 since I measured it. But quite frankly, sitting at 23, 22, like those are healthy numbers. And so what happens is, as the person who's reading the device for someone else, like I wish I'd have read it for you, knowing that you went through that.
Yes.
Because I know another person who went through that as well. And I gave them all the information and I shouldn't have.
Yeah, like watch out. Don't leave anything for interpretation for me.
It just
because
needs
I will
to be,
run my own show.
Well, it was hard, cold facts. But you were in the green. And it does show you ranges. So even though the information is stark, it does show you the ranges.
My visceral fat was a 3. I was very proud.
Right. That's fantastic.
Yeah. But
that's more important than 23%, which is also in the green, which is a fabulous number. And most women would be thrilled to have that number.
Well, but my justification is always, well, this is my job though. Like I should have to be. So with that in mind, I thought, okay, I am not messing around anymore. I'm going to be 50 this year. Right. I am the head of a fitness organization. Like I need to put my money where my mouth is. Yeah. I need to be the instrumentation. And it's funny because I grew up as this very accomplished dancer, right? Mm-hmm. And that was my workout, just like what we sell here. Yeah. But when I wasn't dancing, did I have the best health standards of eating and, just going out exercising? Probably not. And then I naturally gained weight and I didn't feel like I was really into fitness, right? So even coming back to this, I am very hard and critical on my body. And I think, well, am I really a fitness expert? Like, am I really? And what's crazy through this whole process is, talk about putting your money where your mouth is and starting to listen to you. Like,
well, and the way it happened was funny because you were just sitting in on my meetings.
Yes. I was like the little kid basically listening to your important big business meetings and just taking notes accidentally.
You were just listening in on the conversations I was having with our clients, the one-on-one conversations that we were doing. You were doing the fitness. I was doing the nutrition. We were sitting in on them together so that we could understand what each other's work was. So we were working as a team. And I didn't realize you were taking all of that information away and changing your eating habits, changing drinking habits, changing, hydration was one of the biggest things with most people, and is for probably most people anywhere anyhow. Yeah. But just shifting some small eating habits or drinking habits can play a huge role in reshaping, reconfiguring what your current body looks like.
Well, and I think the really important point to mention here is camaraderie. When you're doing it with somebody else, you're just more in touch with what you really need to be doing for your body. Because what you were saying wasn't anything that new to me. Yeah. Right. I know that a good source of carb loading are simple carbs, especially if I'm going to eat, a piece of fruit or 2 pieces of fruit before I teach a couple classes. Right. I know these things, but because I was sitting in on these, I almost felt like I felt like a fraud if I wasn't going to do it too.
Yeah. Practicing preaching.
Yeah. I didn't want to look like the person who she can dish it out of her mouth, but she's not showing it. And so and the fact that I kind of spun down a freaking spiral hole, oh my God, 23.5. Oh my God, that's true. Right. So between that and basically just showing up accidentally accountable to people. Yeah. I got on the scale, was almost 8 pounds lighter. And I was like, look at that.
Look at me.
Oh my God, it works. Jody, you know stuff. This is exciting.
That's the thing when you're working out, and you can only go so far.
Yes.
You have to complement it with the food that you eat.
Yes.
You have to make those adjustments. It's a team. It's a team. Well, it's like people who have the fabulous eating habits but never go to the gym.
Right.
As soon as they go to the gym, they start building that muscle that they've been prepping their body for with all the good food.
Right.
And the two work really well hand in hand.
Well, I was going to say, after the year and a half we've been open,
Yep.
I teach 4 bar classes a week, now 3 because Madison teaches one of them.
Right.
But we do a lot of strength training, even in Dance Insanity, because it's really a cardio hit class, not just a cardio class.
Yeah.
So I have been strength training for a year and a half pretty hard.
Mm-hmm.
And when just losing some of that excess fat and, maybe a little bit of muscle, but fat, like it's predominantly fat, like all of a sudden my visual looked a lot more shredded and lean because I had been working on strength building for the past 18 months.
Absolutely.
Right. And it was like, oh,
look at those.
Hey,
look at those little muscles.
I got those things.
Oh,
so that's exciting.
muscles.
Yeah. So, I mean, it was good for me. It was kind of a surprise fun, but it was about control. That was a weird part about it. It was like in a good way. It was about control.
Yeah.
I also went out of the country for a week with my family for the last week. We went to Mexico, and I didn't feel like I had to be like, oh, thank God I'm on vacation. I'm going to eat what I want. It wasn't about eating.
No.
It wasn't about eating.
Mm-hmm.
It was about eating what I wanted to. And I love protein. Like, I had omelets made every morning. I still nourish my body well. I probably ate a little bit more than what I was. Okay,
Which
fine.
is fine.
It's fine,
Yeah.
But it was a very different aha moment.
Right.
And I feel like I had the last big aha moment when I was turning 40. And it's funny how my body has changed so much.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. Now, I will say a little TMI. If you're doing the protein thing, please find yourself some sources of fiber because...
So you know how protein's been trending?
Yep.
Well, it's been trending so hard that people are catching on and they're starting to increase their protein. But what they're forgetting now is that fiber is the next most important step.
Which was the next step that happened to me.
You will start to see social media rolling like crazy on fiber. That's going to be the next trend. Guys, it's not a trend. It's actually a thing.
It's just science. It's like science,
It's just body math, okay? So you got to get the fiber in. Everybody, it varies how much you need. But on average, you could say like 25 grams of fiber per day is a really good number. But if you actually start tracking your food and you look at the numbers in your face, you will see a lot of people sit around 10 to 15 grams a day, and you've got to get more in there. And the simple way is like chia seeds. I always say, adding chia to your diet is a really simple way to add a lot of fiber quickly.
What about something like Benefiber? Like Benefiber, they're just little packets.
Supplements are fine. I try to lean into all the natural stuff out there. I always lean into food first. In fact, I've started to back off some of my supplements, just testing it to see if I can fix it with food.
Like it.
And that's been
a
really fun challenge this year. And I have eliminated a couple of supplements because supplements are fine. But if you look out there in the interwebs and you listen to all the social media and all the social socials, because I can't speak no more.
The interwebs and the social socials.
Oh, the social socials. Yes. So, but all they do is talk about stacking more and more supplements. And I'm like,
well, because they're trying to sell you stuff.
Exactly. So people think about it. They're trying to sell you something, and that's fine. And some of it
by the way,
work.
they'll scare you because they'll scare you into realizing that you have a problem, and ta-da, they have the solution.
And do you need the supplement? Maybe. I do. But I always tell people, try it for like 3 months. If nothing's changing, stop spending money on it.
Yes.
And try food. I dare you. I tempt you. I dare you. It's like try food first.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Speaking of those crazy social media tracking, scaring tactics. Oh my God. I went down the road of like looking at like, should I be drinking wine at all? Right. That's the scary question nobody wants to ask.
Yes.
Well, that's what I thought too.
Well, the answer is yes.
But then all those crazy like liver supplements. Oh, drink milk thistle, drink dose. Yes. You need this. You need that. Is your liver dying right now? I think I saw one of those.
There's like so many liver flushes, and they're just. Anyways,
I don't. Yeah,
I'm not a doctor. I don't play on
doctor.
TV, but I'm just
not
Joey
Tribbiani.
Look, again, it's one of those things that's personal choice.
Yeah,
some people just see, oh, what supplements are you taking, and then they go buy them, and I'm like, no.
Or they're like, oh, look at the Dancing with the Stars people are taking that one, so I should.
Please,
I like that one.
Food first.
Funny. I know food first. Yeah, so I think what is just the biggest takeaway from me, beyond just the visual, is that I want to say I'm between 8 and 9 pounds down. That's big for me because I can't increase more activity.
But isn't
So
it
it's
cool
gonna
that you
come.
transform? You think you're
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and then there's still always room for more
Yes. And
transformation.
I never thought my body could be this lean and strong.
Mhm.
And I'm not going to lie, with just some extra weight that I obviously didn't need,
Yep.
it's easier to dance.
Yeah.
That's a really
And
honest statement. Like
it's a learning.
it
It's like
is.
even
And
if you're 50 pounds overweight and you lose 5 pounds, you're
gonna
notice
feel
that.
it. You're gonna feel it.
You
Things are
notice
easy.
it.
Things are easier.
Yep.
And it's not like I was so overweight. And
No,
even if you are,
you certainly were not.
it's not about the number.
Yeah.
It's not about the number of
Yeah.
what you lose or what you need. It's not about that. It's
Right.
about what you gain.
Yeah.
And I think that I gained so much more control back that I didn't even realize that I lost.
Right.
Because when you're in it to win it, like it becomes a lifestyle change. And then you start realizing that your body feels better. And then my gut felt better.
Mm.
Oh, if
you're eating better.
because I'm eating better. I mean,
Yeah.
like, let's talk about like when you do the carb bomb load,
Mhm.
what's the first thing you want to do? I want to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I just want to go sleep.
Yeah.
Like I've eaten like that greasy cheeseburger and I thought it was worth it. And then my gut hurts and then I need to go take a nap.
Yeah.
Like
The
what am I, like,
evolution of eating better is that your body will start to just reject that.
well, and I think your taste buds change
Your
because
taste buds
because
change.
I
They evolve.
crave
They
more
evolve.
healthy things now.
They
evolve. We evolve.
We evolved our
We
taste
evolved.
buds.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. Like I used to think that like all those silly old ladies were like, they just like to eat good foods and brag about it because that's what they do. No, there is actually a science here. Like it makes you
Yeah.
feel better.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want to feel like shit.
Exactly.
The message is brought to you by I don't want to feel like shit.
I don't want to feel like shit anymore.
I don't want to feel like shit.
The end.
But I mean, but there is something to it. And listen, like everybody knows that listens to this. I'm a wine drinker. You're a wine drinker.
Mhm.
It's easy for that to sneak up too. You
oh
know,
my gosh, the amount of sugar and the calories, and it's just
and it's social
and
and
it fills
and it
you
fills
in a
you
weird way.
In a weird way. In a weird way.
Yeah.
Okay, brought to you by tequila. Can I say this out loud?
Yeah.
I will say my switch that I have made
I
if
love
I drink
tequila.
is tequila
I
and soda with
do.
a little bit of lime juice.
It's
I don't
my
need a
favorite.
bunch of it, but hell yeah.
Do
Hey.
you put the tahini rim on?
I do
And
the
when I
tahini
say belt,
In fact, I
everybody
actually
knows about Jody's tahini
Yeah,
belt
tahini
now,
belt.
I think, right?
and I corrected people in Mexico. I'm like, I
double dip.
and they're like, you need more tequila. I'm like, no more belt.
Yeah, most people are
More
asking for
belt.
more tequila.
I'm
You're
asking for more
salt.
belt. Yeah.
More spicy salt,
More
please.
spicy salt,
More
please.
spicy salt, please. Yeah.
I love that somehow we always get back to alcohol.
Somehow we do.
I think we keep it real.
yes, we do.
I think we keep it real.
Yeah. But you've had an amazing surprise journey because you picked up some tricks when we were doing the 45-day program.
Well, because I found myself not only as a coach, but I was part of the team and I was part of the group listening.
Exactly. And
That is a big deal.
And we keep this really specifically
Yeah.
small. So
Yes.
we only allow up to a certain number of participants.
Yes.
We're going to run another one starting in the end of August that's going to take people into the holiday season on top of their game. That's the objective.
Because you don't want to feel guilty through the holidays
No.
because you're eating, or you don't want to feel like after the holidays, oh my God, it's just so far away. I have this huge mountain to climb to get, but you don't want all of these stall out, like negative feelings about food. That's called food jail, not food for you.
And
You know?
we coach without deprivation here.
Yeah.
So it's not about depriving. It's not about fad diets. It's about being yourself, enjoying the things you like to do, getting your workouts
and giving you back your power to take control with what you and how you want to do it.
Exactly. It's nice when you can control something.
Yes.
And that is the something you can control.
Yes.
So when we do the next round, it'll be 90 whole days, which is fabulous.
Yep.
And we'll be able to focus on people getting through to the beginning of the holiday season so that they're already champions of their own diet and their
Yes.
exercise
and they're
program.
in control.
So that when they go on to these holiday parties, Thanksgiving family things,
Or they're out of the studio or
they're going to
whatever.
know how to make choices and
Yes.
do fun things for themselves.
Yes.
And then January isn't such a big, you can resolve something else. You're already there.
Yes.
You're feeling good about yourself.
Well, and then you don't feel like you're doing the yo-yo game. You're just going up and down.
That's stupid.
Yes.
And we all do it a little bit.
Fluctuate. I was just going to say that. We do that because it's just the natural habit of life.
Yeah.
I mean, get over it.
We're gonna fluff. We're going to fluff.
Right. We're going to fluff and fold.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're gonna
but if you could do it with a little bit of grace and a little bit of control over it, it's very empowering. And I never felt like I was having things taken away from me. That's another really big driver.
I feel like I love coaching to that.
Yes.
Because I don't like being told
I don't like being told that I can't have something.
Don't tell me I can't have that cheesecake because I might have a piece of it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
And that's all right. I'll figure it out because I have the tools in my tool chest now to know how to eat properly and move forward, know how to get the exercise that's going to work for me.
Right.
And that way I'll be consistently successful and feel good about myself.
Yes.
Right.
And I would say this, like before we end, the tip that I would give everybody while you are going on a transformation of your own, whether you're listening to us or you're in studio, the control piece is number one. That, hey, taking back your own autonomy and knowing how to coach yourself as well is a big deal. But joining a group of people that are doing this with you,
huge.
There's just accountability. Why do you think personal training will be here to stay forever?
Exactly.
Because do you know how to lift a dumbbell? Have you been told? Have you been shown? Yes, you have.
Is someone
for the most
standing
part.
beside you making sure that you're doing it correctly,
accountability,
talking you through, making you feel good about yourself? No, it's never going to go away. Everybody
it's never going to go away.
Oh, you can find it on ChatGPT. Yes, you can find workout programs on ChatGPT, but they aren't coaching you. They're not making you feel better about yourself. They're not helping you.
I will say this too to everybody that is going to be in my position before this sort of accidentally happened. You don't have to have these lofty, wild, ambitious, huge weight loss goals to join the things that we are putting on here because it happened to me. I'm the leader of the studio, for crying out loud. Are you kidding me? I didn't need to lose all kinds of weight. But what it did for me, for my body, for the visual that it has given me, I'm probably the most proud of my body. And I didn't realize my body could look like this. And I was in a pretty good place.
You were in a great place
4 months ago. I was like, I feel great about my body.
Yeah.
But so that was an interesting learn of, it's kind of like saying, make 100%. Well, what's 100%? Well, wonder if you could do more. And I'm not saying to do it in excess or do it unhealthy. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
But I knew where my valleys were. I had great peaks, but I knew where my valleys were.
Yep.
It was the wine. It was the overeating and indulging at night if I hadn't eaten a lot. I mean, I knew where all my little cuts were, and I just got a little bit more fine-tuned about it, and it was crazy how well it worked.
Yeah. It does work. It's a fact. So on that note,
Jodi, I think that about wraps it up on this episode of No Gossip, Just Saying. Thanks for hanging out with us.
And if you loved it, leave us a review, and 5 stars are great. We enjoy 5 stars. Drop us some comments too, because we love hearing from you.
And until next time, no gossip.
Just saying.